Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Elysium Trading Empire. So today we will pick up another article to work with. So let's invest again in ourselves. So the last article was about living with confidence. So living, being your master of time, master of your time, master of your habits, etc. Then I think this is a very important article, the first step for getting from where you are to where you want to be. Very important step. For me, everything began, in this step. So what is this step? So after being towards the end of the 600-page book, The Success Principles, how to get from where you are to where you want to be, from Jack Canfield, which I recommend reading at least the first half of the book, which is very important. I want to share with you, which I believe is the first step toward reaching your ideal life. Decide where you want to go. I loved how this book described that our success in life works like a GPS. If you want to go somewhere, you first have to decide what is the final destination, so where you want to go. Otherwise, you cannot move toward that destination. So when you opens up your GPS, you already know your actual position in life. So which metaphorically means your current situation in life. However, it does not give you the route until you put with precision where you would like to go. And I really insist with precision, because you need to give the city's name, the address, the avenue, and even the number of the avenue you would like to reach. Otherwise, it might mislead you, or you might arrive far from the wanted destination. For example, my village name is Estaing in France, but there are two villages with the same name and which are 5 hours drive, I think, from one to another. So if I just write Estaing and I pick up one of the two, it might mislead me and I might, arrive to a destination which is not the one I want. 5 hours away. And in life, it could be 5 years away of where you would like to be. So imagine, That's why you need to describe with precision where you want to go. Otherwise, you might take a road which might mislead you or lead you to a destination in life that is far from what you initially wanted. And in life, it's not only 5 hours, It can be 5 months, 5 years, 5 decades. It all depends on the route you decide to take. So in life, it's exactly the same. And your final destination is what we call your vision. Very important. Without a vision, all men shall perish. So how to describe your vision? Your vision, which represents your final destination on the GPS, is actually your ideal life. Not the ideal life that your parents want for you or your girlfriends want for you. No. Your ideal life. The problem is that most people have a global idea of what their ideal life would be. Getting rich, traveling the world, having expensive cars and luxury clothes, and owning a nice villa, etc., which is exactly what most people want, in this superficial world, and which is very close to almost all people who don't have a clear vision. When you hold a clear vision in your mind and on paper, remember the article I wrote on how crucial it is to write things down. So the most important secret to success, if you didn't see this video, I recommend you to watch it now. Or if you want to read the article, it's in the motivational reading section of my website. So now no one can possibly have the same vision as you. Okay, so while most people who don't have a global idea of their ideal life, they may have the same vision. When you have a clear vision, normally no one should possibly have the same as you. There must be some difference because remember, a vision is precise, you know? So even though it might have some similarities with some other people, as your vision is precise, for example, two people might want a villa in the United States, but your villa, you might want it in Florida with a certain number of rooms, maybe with a certain pool, you know, etc. And one would like to live in California, you know. So it's not the same vision. So there might be thousands of people who want to travel the world, but they would certainly want to travel to different destinations at different periods of their life and with different people or even alone. So here are the 7 areas of your life in which you must describe clearly and precisely your ideal life. Very important note here, you want to describe your ideal, which means the impossible that your mind could picture. If your ideal is to live with $1 million monthly income, do not be afraid to write it. Nothing is too big, you know. As long as your mind can conceive it, it can achieve it. Your goal here is only to dream and write down your dream, not to think about the way to reach that dream. This is not the concern here. Here, the only concern is to write out what your dream life would look like. That's it. The only thing you have to do. So here are the 7 areas recommended by Jack Canfield in which you want to describe, you know, your ideal life. So financial area, what is your ideal income every month, your ideal net worth, your ideal passive income? How, or maybe you would like to work during your whole life because your work is your passion, so you don't want to develop passive income. And so how much money would you invest in what? How much would you spend on your lifestyle? What does your ideal home look like? Looks like, where is it located? You want to describe everything related, you know, to material things like cars, homes, items you want to have, etc. So this is a materialistic part. Now, what would be like, I mean, this is the part that most people, you know, are trapped in. They think that everything is about finance and material things. But this is only one part of your life. You see, there are 7 parts to your life, which most people, you know, are undervaluing, you know. They are just looking at the financial means. So now let's go into ideal job or career. So would you like to be a CEO, to be an artist, an entrepreneur, a real estate investor, a YouTuber, or whatever? You have to decide what you like. And if you don't know what you like, well, start exploring some possibilities. Start doing things. And by experiencing, you can discover what you like, you know. So, for example, trading, you know, no one around me was a trader, you know, no one. I knew no one around me knowing about trading, financial market. Even in my business school, no one knew about it. So I was just curious, once someone talked about trading, and I was curious to know more about it. So I purchased a book, and then I purchased a mentorship, etc., etc. And I started trading by myself, and after following a mentor, etc. So you have to experience to know if you like it or not. Not everyone will like to trade, but it became my passion and eventually my career. So that's it. You just have to pick one thing, try it, and see if it fits your ideal life or not. Hobbies. A lot of people claim to not have enough time to do what they would love to do. What would you do if you had enough free time? And I mean, we all have 24 hours a day, no? How is that some people, extremely successful people, have the time to, have hobbies like fishing or whatever, to work out, to eat healthy, to do their job, and to be a celebrity, which takes time also, etc. While us, people who are no one, I mean no one, we are not under, the spotlight. So we have more time for ourselves rather than give some of our life to, to TV. How come we don't have the same time uh, as those people, who are busier than us? Just reflect about this. How do you manage your time? What do you do with those 24 hours? Even though we are working 9 to 5, it's only 8 hours. And let's say you have 8 hours of sleep, which is good, this makes 16 hours and you have 8 hours left. What are you doing in those 8 hours left? Let's say 2 or 3 hours, let's say 4 hours of those 8 hours left, you use them to eat, to cook, to, to do whatever we have to do, There are still 4 hours left each day to do whatever you want to do. Okay. So now body health. How do you picture your ideal self? Having a strong and lean body, or just, eating whatever you want? Maybe eating healthy or eating, cooking nature, whatever. Drinking more water or drinking sodas or having a lot of energy during the day. How do you picture your ideal health, body, lifestyle? Then comes relationships. Who will your who will be your friends in your ideal life? How kind of relationship with your family would you like to have? Who is or how does your ideal partner looks like? Personal life. What would you like to learn? Maybe an instrument, another language. Maybe you would like to spend more time to meditate, to read more books. Maybe your goal is to speak at TED Talks or run a marathon. I encourage you to get an agenda or a notebook where you write all kinds of personal goals you would like to achieve in your lifetime. For example, I don't know, do an helicopter ride or skydiving or, such type of personal life goals, things you would like to do before you die. So next and most importantly, philanthropy. Many people forget, to give back. You have been given birth, you didn't earn to be living. Life has been given to you, and everything has education. All this has been given to you mostly, I mean, for most of us. Some people had to earn it, the hard way, but whatever. We have been given many things in life, and it's our duty to give back to other people who had, Maybe they were less fortunate than us. Or maybe they were more fortunate, but that does not give us, not the opportunity to give to them, even though they had more chance or more whatever. So giving back to the community must be an essential part of your life. What would you like to give to others? Your time, your patience, your knowledge, some of your money. Don't forget to give back. The more you give, the more it will be returned to you. As you sow, so shall you reap. And so if you don't know where you want to be in 5 years, well, you are already there. As I previously stated, if you don't set a clear final destination to your mind, you cannot possibly move towards that direction. It's only when you have defined with exactitude where you want to go, 7 areas above, that you can start moving towards that direction. And just something, those I'm describing them every year. I have a description for those, I mean, I have a vision, global vision, but sometimes I adjust, from year to year, I adjust some things, some things remain the same overall, but some things you have to adjust because, you start to evolve mentally, financially, physically. So maybe your goals will evolve or you will downgrade some of your goals, So this is not like a one-time work, Nothing's rest in life. So you are either moving forward, growing, or you are going backward, dying. So don't waste too much time before defining your vision, because otherwise you will not start moving towards that direction. So better do it now than in a year or in 5 years. And don't be afraid to put as much details as your imagination can possibly picture. If you want to take 5 pages to describe your house, your dream house, well, take your time. You don't have to rush through all those areas. You can write a book even if you want regarding your vision of your ideal life. Okay? It's even better. I mean, more details equals more, uh, your mind will work more easily toward it. You are just doing the mind work, you are doing it easier for your subconscious mind to manifest your ideal life desires, So don't be afraid to be precise. The more precisions you have in your descriptions, the more it will picture into your reality. If you need any help doing so, you can put your ego aside and either, you can ask me through the comments, you can contact me, you go on my website, elysiumtradingempire.com, and you just, fill this contact form if you want to enter a question, it's easy to do, it requires nothing. And so, yeah, if you need any help, I was doing like 3 sessions of, like I said, of coaching, but as there was little demand, I removed this section from my website, but I can still do it if you want, a one-to-one Zoom session, if I have time, of course. And I will always have, 1 hour from here to here for to help someone, for free. But of course, if everyone starts asking me, I may not have the time for everyone, so just keep in mind. I'm always here to help out people. It's one of the most beautiful gifts I received, to give back to others. So you can also contact me via emails or social media, but keep in mind, I'm out of social media in 2023. So I don't know if I will be coming back next year or whatever. I prefer emails, Elysium Trading Empire at gmail.com, or contact me via the contact form, whatever you want. So yeah, that's it for this article. And thanks for watching, and see you for the next one.